Here.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the office hours.
Shut the fuck
You know what?
up.
I'm really excited for this meeting.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
Did you want both of us or one of us?
Huh?
Did you want both or one?
Doesn't really matter. I feel like
I don't think it
gonna be-
matters.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I just don't want you to feel like we're.
No. It's honestly, it's gonna be the same either way. And I just have to let you guys know, I had like a really bad night last night. Like I was actually like had like terrible migraine. You guys have said things about me that were always very personal, which I have told you guys both prior to any of this even happening, this little blowout. If you choose to evict Vic over me, the sketchy people who have told me that you are coming for me have now all left the building. Because Kyle was a big one and Vic was another one. I don't want to throw Austin under the bus and say that she was a big one, because I honestly didn't chat a lot of game with her. And I don't want to say that Brayden has, because I don't talk a lot of game with Brayden either. Moving forward, if I were to be in a position where I would win on Thursday, there is a clear target in the house, which is Ro. I would discuss with you guys what the game plan would be to get him out. If you want me to put him straight up and you don't want to touch the block, I would put up Ro and Brayden. If Ro comes down, my target would be Brayden. I would need a pawn at that point.
Obviously, because of numbers.
You guys would have them regardless. And honestly, Beth, it's nothing against you, but just because I was a pawn on your HOH, that would make the most sense for me. You guys have the numbers anyway. I know you're not going to vote out Beth. I know Tina would do. That's just me being completely honest. If you need to see every case scenario, and my target would be Brayden, because I wanted Brayden gone when Austin was still here. You guys know that. I think he has a great social game. I think he will be another hard name to say. Like if Ro didn't go, that would be my next pick, just because I have no game relationship with him in that way. I do know that I'm in a position where I have to be completely transparent about what I would do with you guys. And I'm aware that that puts me in a shitty spot, because that's 2 votes out there that I have to say out loud. That I feel like I've kind of been backed into a corner to say, because of the shit show that was yesterday.
Right.
But that's my position, because for me moving forward in this game, if I survive, if you guys choose to keep me, I need to get all of the heat off me, because there's a lot of unnecessary heat on me right now. Heat that doesn't even need to be there for me. I would not want to create any more drama. I was literally up all night last night with a migraine, literally like because you take a shot and I can't pull myself off the block, then that is what it is. This is a game. I don't really necessarily want to be leaving on that specific note, because it was just very degrading. It was way too personal. It's just...
Yeah, I think realistically, like sitting beside anyone else, that won't happen again.
Yeah, no. And honestly, it really doesn't need to. And I said that I wasn't going to say anything about her, and I really like this will be the only thing that I say. I'm telling you guys, if you have to sit next to her, that's what it will be like for you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's honestly, I think she's just trying to get me to self-evict at this point. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's still giving me mad daggers, making me super uncomfortable in every room that I walk to. I literally, after this conversation, I'm going to pack my bags. I will lay low. You guys can decide what you feel is best for your game. For my game, me making the least amount of waves next week is what I need to stay longer. This is true. And I think that you guys can kind of see who I really trust in this house. Obviously, Tina is number one. Second is Kiefer. I have been fed a lot of bullshit about you guys, a lot of bullshit from the beginning. Kiefer has never wavered that you guys are not directly coming for me. He has never once wavered on that. Never. He still doesn't. I trust him more than some of the other people in this house.
He's saying we are coming for you.
No.
He
said that.
not
never
saying
said
that.
that.
He's
Oh.
never said that. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I was like,
Anytime
oh,
I've been
shit.
like, have you heard this? He's like, does that even sound realistic? But I have never been in a position of power to make moves that I want to make. And I've never been in a position where like I could call out people that I thought were sketchy. I've never been in that situation. If she's gone, all the sketchy people are gone. That leaves Ro for me and Brayden for me. Ro, he would look great on my resume. At this point in the game, if you win an HOH, you need a resume move. That's all there is to it. Ro looks great on anyone's resume. He looks great on your resume. He looks great on Ty's resume. He looks great on Tina's. He looks great on my resume. That is a resume move that if I had the chance, I would for sure take it. If I couldn't, as much as I love him, Brayden doesn't really talk to me. And I know that puts me I know that puts me in a position because I know you're really good with him. But that's honestly where my head would be at. And then after that, honestly, guys, it just depends who wins.
Yeah.
Who wins at that point?
Yep.
The numbers are dwindling. You don't need numbers. You don't need people. I have played this entire game on the outside where people have used me to manipulate me to get things that they want in this house. It has happened, and I don't know if you guys fully understand what it's like to play that style of game. Like when I would have conversations with you and be like, I don't trust sides, I trust people. This is me kind of indirectly trying to be like, I see sketch everywhere because it was coming at me hard. And then to kind of be pinned as if I'm this big master ringleader, somebody from the outside that doesn't really fit with everyone. Like now I'm orchestrating all of this to come after people that one of the only people that I trust in the house has told me point blank since the beginning that you guys aren't coming for me. It doesn't even make sense, but I can't argue that anymore. You have to decide if that's what you believe at this point, and you have to make the decision that you feel is best for your game. This is where my head's at. I love this game for the element of it. I love to I thought I would be better at the competitions, honestly, but that's what I'm excited about, right? Like the things like that, the bullshit, the name calling. And if you did decide to vote me out, and if I am going to a jury situation, I'm telling you right now, if Vic makes it to final two, even though I have lost all respect for her, like I won't, even if she wants to apologize to me, I'll say, no, I'm good. I don't plan on having a conversation with her. Like I have a thing with, I don't hold big grudges. I don't wish ill on people, but when you disrespect me to a certain degree at a certain level, the only thing you lose out is me in your life. That is done. But in a situation, if she makes it to final two, I legit have to give her my vote.
Same.
And that's just me being fully honest with you. I wouldn't even be wanting to do it. I would be in a position where I'd be like, yeah, you played a hell of a dirty game and it worked. It worked.
Yep.
I wouldn't have a choice. And that's truth. And I don't know if this is a jury style setting, but that's just me and honestly,
And moving forward, your main goal still is to have that clean game. Like you want to stay true to your word. Like you want to be clean for your family.
I want to play. Like I want to go as long as I can, as far as I can, and I want to have a game that like I feel good about at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Because that is our biggest worry. It's like who's telling the truth? Because Vic is offering us Final Four right now.
Yeah, of course she's gonna offer you anything. I know for you, 100%. That's fucking bullshit. For you, that's bullshit.
Yeah, but there is a lot that you don't know.
Totally.
There's a lot that anybody doesn't know in this game. So I mean, there's a big part of me that's like, fuck, that's a huge offer.
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to take it, take it.
All right, so we're
Do you
just
know what I
kind
mean?
of
Like,
going
if-
back and forth
if
on like
that's-
who's gonna benefit us moving forward.
Yeah. If you want to take that, then go ahead. I just do think that when it comes down to it, you'd probably have an easier chance of taking me out later than her.
Oh, guaranteed. We know that.
And I do think for you personally, on your HOH,
It's dumb.
me like doing that, like saying like that big speech and letting her like the manipulation at this point, even the way that she has set up that conversation to go and speak to you guys before, to then air all her dirty laundry, to call everybody out in front of a house meeting, that is manipulation at its finest. To bring on the waterworks and be like, I'm being truthful. You just started being truthful. You just started being truthful. And you're using that to manipulate people. But again, guys, it's your decision. I have no control on this. I'm sitting my ass on the block. I'm gonna go fucking pack my bag. I'm going to chill out today. I don't want anything else. She can pitch whatever she wants to. She will say whatever she wants, and she will continue to say it.
Oh,
and she will
until
say
the
it all
vote.
the way until the end.
We know.
Until the end.
Yeah,
I
we totally
honestly,
know that.
like, straight up, like, I can't promise you a 4, because I'll be surprised if next week, because I know that if, like, say you win, there is a very good chance that I'm probably sitting next to Ro. And if Ro comes off, there's a very good chance that I am going home. So I can't promise you
And I wouldn't expect
Final
that.
Fours and shit like that when I'm trying to survive this week right now.
Yeah.
This is as far as I have. My move next week or the week after that, that would be my order. From
Yeah.
there, toe it out, see who wins shit.
Honestly, we don't need you to promise a Final Four.
No,
No.
it's just
Not
like it's not
necessary.
realistic for me
Yeah,
to
we
do.
don't
You
need
couldn't.
that. All we need is
No,
all
and
we-
I think it's pretty cute of her to assume
Yeah.
that she's got that much,
yeah. Pull.
that she can do it and other people can't.
Exactly.
Well, that's what we're saying. Like we can do
Like-
it.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't need her.
Yeah.
No, we don't need Final Four promises. All we need is literally, we trust your word because we know that that's how
No.
you live your life.
Yeah.
We just need your word that you would do pretty much what you just said, where you're just transparent
Yeah.
about.
No,
That's it.
absolutely.
Because
I
you know
believe you.
that.
And I would, and this is again just being honest, Jed. If I was in a position where I was here and I win on Thursday and I have to put noms up, I would talk to you to see if you want to be in that position. That would be a real conversation. That's not me being shady. That would be me being like, do you want to ensure that he goes home? And the only reason I've ever said that is because you guys have said maybe the only way we get him out is a back door or with somebody who we know can beat
and
him.
we can
That
see
is
it.
just that's not me being vague. That's not me. This game is about strategy and how you actually get people out. I think that you're probably one of the only people who can beat him in a veto. If you want that opportunity, I would give it to you. If you didn't, I would put up Ro and Braden and we would roll the dice. But then at that point, if you didn't want to do that and if Ro came down, I do have to put a pawn up. And that's all, like, that's where I would be in this. At that point, you guys would have the numbers and it would be your decision anyway.
Right.
But this would be a real conversation to have. And honestly, like, Ro on my resume, because I've got jack shit on my resume, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
That actually gives me something to be like, you don't think I deserve to be here? Yeah. I got out the guy that nobody else could get out. I do
Yeah.
deserve to be here.
3 times in a row.
And I did it with people who have been trying to be,
for
like,
you, yeah.
coming for me
Yeah.
this entire time, that people have been pinning against me this entire time.
Right.
To me, that's a move.
It's huge.
It's up to you whether or not you guys believe it.
Right.
And I'm not gonna, it's not that I don't care. I want to be here, but this is probably the last conversation I'm gonna be having today. Unless if you guys want to chat more later, but I just might, nothing will change for me in this regard. This is how I feel. If you guys choose to evict me, good vibes only, peace be with you, good luck. And if she made it to final 2 and I was in jury, I wouldn't even want to do it. There is nothing.
Oh no, she wins.
There is nothing in me after the way that she treated me that would want to vote for her. And I had a lot of respect for V. I had a lot of respect for her.
You
I
had
had a
nothing but good
very,
things to say about
I had a very real conversation with her in OLG that she used against me. I had a really real conversation with Ty the night before that when there was discussion of this flip even happening. I cried to Ty being like, look this is probably good for my game, but on a human level, I feel like shit. And the fact that she spearheaded as if I came up with that entire idea Do you really think that I am that powerful in this game? Do you think I persuaded you that much? You make your own.
No, you know I went into my HOH with this intent.
No, it is your HOH. She's even trying to take that from you if you do not see that as a sign of manipulation.
100%.
She's even trying to take your moment away from you. And to me, that is hardcore manipulation.
Oh yeah, she's good at it. We've seen it since week 3.
And if it works, she'll be able to manipulate her way all the way to the end, whether she wins or not.
Absolutely.
Whether she wins or not.
So in a situation where you win next week, like, you know that Ro will be all up in your ear.
Yeah, he might not. He honestly looks like he's pretty comfortable sitting on the block. I think he knows he has to fight in his life. I think he knows the position that I am in this game. Like, as much as like I care about Ro and I think Ro's a great guy and I like to steal all of his clothes, we don't have a super tight game relationship. If he won, I wouldn't even be surprised if he started cutting deals with you guys and put up me and Tina. That would not shock me. He wants to survive.
And that's the truth.
He is also on his own. He wants to survive just as much as anybody else. If he were in a position where he won, I could be, again, in a lot of trouble because he might not want to take a shot at you guys. He might do the exact same thing that I would say and be like, well, shit, if I want to go further, what's the least amount of people I can piss off?
Right.
And Ro is smart. You see the way the kid plays chess?
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah. Well, that's V's biggest pitch. It's just like, Ro.
And honestly, if people
Ro,
were
Tina,
like,
Tera.
Yeah.
They're got in for they're together. They're hard to come in.
Yeah. Okay.
But they don't. He just doesn't really know like these talks.
No, the second that Vic left the room after saying that, we literally looked at each other and we're like, that's not true.
Yeah,
We know they're not working together.
I think he's great. I think he's playing a great game.
Oh, we all think he's a great guy.
That's why it's a huge
love
deal.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I love
like,
Ro.
yeah. Like he's playing a dope game.
Yeah.
I can see why like Canada gave him the skip the dishes again. People are rooting for him.
Yeah.
Which is another thing to consider if Canada has the most power and Canada has a vote at the end.
Yes. And they most likely
Canada
do.
will give it to Ro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They've already shown that.
Absolutely. Everyone loves
Like,
an underdog.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables in the Ro conversation.
Yeah. No, people love an underdog. So.
And I straight up think if he was in a position of power, like I don't think that I'm safe. I don't think me and Tina are like safe. He will do what he has to do to survive as well.
Yeah, like he said he doesn't want to make 1 week moves. So like just putting us up randomly is a 1 week move because the rest of us are going to get him out
No, totally.
in the next opportunity when he when he can't play.
Yeah.
And I think he's smarter than like literally depending on you and Tina to win an HOH
absolutely.
to save him, which
Absolutely.
is realistic.
That's why it's like funny that Vic's like, oh, like, no offense. Do you need Vic to come after me and Tina? If you need a soldier to come after me and Tina, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why it's a bit disrespectful, honestly, at a point.
It honestly, it is.
She's like, I'll take.
She's telling you basically,
I'll take all these people
I'll
out
do
for
this for you.
Yeah.
As if
like,
you could not do it yourself. Why? Because you haven't won anything yet.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're not going to win anything.
Yeah.
You haven't won anything yet.
Yeah.
The shit that she has won has been pretty much chance anyway.
Yeah. I know.
Like.
Yeah.
Can I go to Tera?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you mind?
Hi, Mama T.
Yeah, bye. See you later.
If you're done, Tera.
No, keep it going because after this, then I'm really fucking done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pack my bag.
Here comes Beth's backdoor plan on me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Get the fuck out, Dad.